I would say that the main issue that I've been dealing with since I switched the medication routine would be weight gain. I've gained a significant amount of weight in a very short amount of time, which is really scary. Good morning. I woke up about an hour ago and I've just been making my coffee and eating breakfast. I have an endocrinologist appointment this morning, so I'm getting ready to go to that. I'll get into this more later, but I've honestly been having a really rough last 6+ months in regards to my Hashimoto symptoms. I feel like I have regressed in my healing, feeling better journey a lot, and I really just need answers. I had lab work done last week and I got the test results back from that. I think it was yesterday. And the doctor and I are going to go over the results and figure out what the best course of action is so that I can start feeling better again. So I just figured I would make a little update video over the next day or so and to take you guys along with me. I filmed my Hashimoto's story about, I don't even know how long ago it was, almost a year ago. And I wanted to provide an update because a lot of people subscribed after that video, and I just wanted to share what's been going on more recently. I am so hot right now. I don't know what is going on. I'm having a hot flash. Okay, so I'm back from the doctor's office and I wanted to just run through what happened and what we talked about and generally how I've been feeling over the last 6 months or so, and you guys can ignore the mess on the bed. So almost a year ago now, I posted a video talking about my Hashimoto's journey and experience, and as of now that video has close to 30,000 views, which is honestly crazy, and a lot of people subscribed after that video. And so I've been wanting to provide a general update on how I've been doing, but I've just been mentally not able to do it, and I think it's because I have regressed so much in my healing journey and my symptoms, and I just don't even know how to talk about it, you know what I mean? And I want to provide hope to other people who are dealing with Hashimoto's and other autoimmune diseases, and I just feel like I don't have great news to share, and so I've avoided talking about it. But yeah, if you're new here though, my name is Madison. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's several years ago, and like most people who are dealing with an autoimmune disease, the healing journey is not linear, as I have learned, and there have been many highs and lows. But when I posted that video last year, I was doing pretty well, honestly, and I was really hopeful that progress that I had made would continue and I would feel even better. But unfortunately, that has not been the reality. And I'm just really needing to figure out where to go from here and what I can be doing in order to feel okay again, you know? So when I filmed that video, I had either just switched or I was about to switch to a medication called tirzepatide, which is a very simple formulation, kind of like levothyroxine, but it doesn't have like any dyes or fillers or anything like that. So, and because I try to eat clean most of the time and I'm very particular about the products I use that have, non-toxic, clean ingredients, I was like, I definitely want my medication to also be as clean as possible. And so I switched to that. And I don't think that the tyrosine is what has caused the problems. While I was doing pretty well last year, I was still dealing with some symptoms. Like I was having a hard time losing weight. I was having a hard time with temperature regulation. I was still very tired. And my endocrinologist wanted to try liothyronine, and I would take the liothyronine one day, and then every other day I would take the levothyroxine, tyrosine, whatever, with the liothyronine. And so I switched to that. I believe it was either the end of last year, so 2024, or the beginning of the year. I need to go back and check. And he just wanted to see if that did anything for my symptoms. And I'm pretty sure that that is what has caused all of these problems that I've been experiencing lately. I would say that the main issue that I've been dealing with since I switched the medication routine would be weight gain. I've gained a significant amount of weight in a very short amount of time, which is really scary. It's scary and obviously not ideal, and yeah, overall, like, not great. I think I've gained like 30 to 40 pounds since I switched the medication routine, which is like all in the last 6 to 8 months, I believe, which is crazy. It's kind of similar to when I was first diagnosed with Hashimoto's and I was like first getting onto the medication and figuring out the dosage and everything like that, like the rapid weight gain that I had around that time. Sure, like I can be honest with myself, and I know that like over the last 6 months or so, I have not been as disciplined with nutrition and exercise as I have been in the past, but like it's nowhere near the level to where gaining 30 to 40 pounds makes any sense, if you know what I mean. The struggle with weight gain and losing weight with Hashimoto's, like, even though like in the past I would say that I've done all the right things and I've been really disciplined with nutrition and exercise, like even that wasn't enough. And I kind of just have lost motivation over the last 6 months or so because I'm like, I really have no control. I feel like I have no control over this like rapid weight gain. And it started to like take my mind into the disordered eating realm, which is something that I've honestly never really struggled with before. So over the last few months, I have been really trying to figure out what the best course of action is, and I started looking into microdosing GLP-1s, like specifically tirzepatide, which is a medication, like a GLP-1 medication, also known as Zepbound. A lot of people with Hashimoto's have taken that, and a lot of their symptoms have improved, like not just the weight gain, but also inflammation. Their TSH has been lowered, things like that. And I've been very interested in reading other people's experiences, and I have honestly never thought about a weight loss medication or taking a GLP-1 medication. I never ever thought that I would be in the position to even consider it. But at this point, I just feel like I have exhausted all options, like, being in a calorie deficit, tracking my food, having an exercise routine. So I talked to my doctor about the possibility of taking that medication to see if it does anything for me. And he was on board. He said that he has patients who have taken it or have taken similar medications who have had really great results, like again, not only with weight loss, but also reduction in inflammation, depression symptoms being lessened, which is something that would be really ideal considering that that is something that I do struggle with. And yeah, so he put in a prescription for Zepbound through Lilly Direct, and he thinks that that would be better for me than going the compounding pharmacy route, which is what a lot of people end up having to do because insurance typically doesn't cover these types of drugs. So I need to look into that further, but it's looking like it'll be about $300-ish per month, which is probably around the same price as like what I would be paying through a compounding pharmacy, but I'll be getting the, I guess, like the name brand drug. So yeah, I am looking forward to seeing if that helps at all. Again, like I never ever thought that I would be at this point or even considering taking a medication like this, but I'm kind of just out of options, and I'm open to trying things for a short amount of time to see if they work. If I do end up taking this medication, it's not something that I want to be on long term. It's something that I would want to use as a tool to get down to a healthy weight and to see if any of the inflammation symptoms reduce at all, and then, you know, consider stopping taking the medication or potentially microdosing it. But again, like I'll need to start taking it, figure out if it's helping or not, and then go from there. But if anyone has taken that medication or is taking a similar medication, I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences down in the comments. Assuming that I do start taking this medication, I'll definitely keep you guys posted on how that's going and updates and things like that. So yeah, while this video wasn't a super positive update, I just want to remind anyone who is going through a similar situation with an autoimmune disease that, you know, the healing and the journey is not linear, and there will be highs and lows, and it can be really frustrating, but it's so encouraging to know that there is a really big community of people out there who understand the struggle and who are going through the same thing. Like I almost wish that wasn't the case, because that just means that so many people out there are sick and are struggling with various autoimmune conditions. But on the bright side, that does mean that there is a big supportive community out there, and I'm so thankful for all of the encouraging comments and messages that I received after my last video. So yeah, if you were also struggling with a health regression or something similar, just know that you're not alone. I completely understand what you're going through, and I hope that over time I and you will be able to figure out what works best for us so that we can feel our best selves again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.